Well, it looks like someone made a good decision, didn't they, NJ?
Well, with this Raw, of course they did.
Yeah, and it sure as hell wasn't us. Why couldn't we just be smart for once and not watch Raw? We are the British Fist, guys.
Catching!
Mr. Parkin here, NJ here.
What's up?
Trying to do a Raw review to brighten up your day. Subscribe or above, like this video, and comment any thoughts you have on this edition of Raw if you have any down in the comment section below.
And make sure you contact us in the links in the box below.
Are you in agreement with me, NJ, that we just want to get through this as quickly as possible because it was just not a good Raw?
No, Raw was fantastic. Let's go.
I noticed the sarcasm in your voice and the rhetoric questions you've been asking. It was Jim Ross Appreciation Night for one segment tonight, wasn't it?
Yeah, because that was hype.
I don't remember anything about Jim Ross Appreciation Night, but we get right into the opening segment, and here lies the first problem of the evening. Too many people. Too damn long. We start off with Punk and Heyman talking about disrespect and CM Punk versus John Cena. It's still not going to happen at Hell in a Cell. You then have Heyman saying AJ should be removed as the GM of Raw for her actions last week.
And this thing kind of warmed it up because this was going fine. You had Punk continuing his feud with Cena, saying how it's not going to happen, probably teasing some interaction there. Heyman continuing his little storyline with AJ, all about the power here and proving that they're the centre of attention of this show.
Yeah, then out comes Vicky Guerrero with Dolph Ziggler, saying that she should be GM.
And as much as that was a bit of a jump, you've got Ziggler in the opener of Raw, which is a highlight for him. Vicky there, again, all about the power run. So again, that could lead to an interesting storyline. But at the minute, they weren't really needed in this segment.
Exactly. Then you get AJ coming out announcing that she has an executive coach. Then you get Daniel Bryan coming out. And then you get Kane coming out. And we get the main event of the night announced. Punk and Ziggler versus Kane and Daniel Bryan. 22 minutes this segment lasted, NJ.
Well, AJ understood because everyone was talking about her and she is the centre of attention still. The tag champs, they're making it towards a main event again. And as much as I like that you're having the tag champs more involved, I think they may be overdoing giving them the attention they need to be in the main event of Raw.
I like the fact that tag champs are in the opener. I like the fact Ziggler is in the opener. But the fact is, it went 22 minutes. It's too damn long, and it lost my attention way too quickly. And it's just so typical of a Raw opener. It's just too long and too many people in it, and set up a very obvious main event, really, that could have done with less promo time, really, so I could get into the promo segment a bit more.
Pretty much 22 minutes for this match to be made was a long time. But what I did say, as you heard, it looks like there's different angles going on in the opener. So as much as it did take its time, hopefully these angles will lead somewhere down the line.
Question, NJ. John Cena wasn't on the show today. Good thing or a bad thing?
Well, the fact that he's injured, I'm glad he's taken some time off to recover instead of being in the show. But the fact is, the sad thing is, he is going to be the main event of Hell in a Cell with CM Punk. So he does need to be making the appearances. But without Cena, Punk's the attention guy, so I like that.
Be really interesting to see the rating of Raw this week, but I don't like saying this, guys, but the show sucks without Cena. I mean, we may not like saying that in the IWC, but the show isn't the same without John Cena. You notice when Cena's not there because the show just feels dead. Epico and Primo versus Rey, Mysterio, and Sin Cara in the second match of this tag team tournament. So we've got no entrances for this one. Sin Cara and Rey had matching attire, though. I thought that's a nice addition to their tag team.
It was kind of hard to tell who was actually in the ring. The only way I could actually realise who was in the ring, apart from the size difference, was the commentators saying who was in the ring.
And the one where you can also realise who's in the ring is if whoever's botching, that's Sin Cara, because there was a couple of botches in this match. The primetime players come out before the adverts came on and didn't really do anything. I'm guessing they're trying to tease this feud, but they didn't really do anything.
And of all the attires they've wore, this one was really posh and really didn't suit them. So I was thinking, what the hell's wrong with this? And the thing is, they are a heel tag team, and all they did through this match, you would predict when like Sin Cara or Rey was on the top rope about to do a move, about to finish the match, they'd come down and attack or distract. But instead, they just stay up on the ramp and clap when the face, of course, win.
And I need to comb my hair because I'm Darren Young, Mr. No Days Off. So Rey and Sin Cara win. It was a pretty predictable win, really, but still nice the way to get the tag teams on TV in a tag team tournament. And the match wasn't half bad. It went 9 minutes, so it got a good amount of time, despite the fact there was adverts in there. Antonio Cesaro versus Brodus Clay. This is a weird segment. Cesaro wins in 1 minute to no reaction at all. How surprised are you that Brodus Clay jobbed out in 1 minute?
Well, the thing is, with the WWE's booking when it comes to big guys, like Ryback beat Tensai in I don't know how long it was, but it was pretty quick. Now you got Antonio Cesaro beating Brodus Clay. So to be honest, the big guys are not being as dominant as they should be. So for this match, I think they're just trying to make Cesaro a big thing when he's actually not. And plus, a feud that he could possibly be in has come and gone now. So to be honest, I had so much things wrong with this match.
Has he pissed someone off backstage, or Brodus Clay? What happened to Brodus Clay's push? I mean, goddamn, Cesaro wins in 1 minute, but no one cares. And why should anyone give a shit about Antonio Cesaro? The WWE have booked him and treated him like he doesn't matter at all.
I couldn't see much to like about this, but our US champ gets a win. There we go.
Speaking of mid-card champions that have nothing to do, Miz versus Zack Ryder in a 2.5 minute match. Why? Was there any meaning to this? Was there any storyline progression, character development?
And it's really sad because after the match, you could at least put Miz and Mike to hype up something or just give us some direction than just a filler match just to get Miz on TV.
Hell, even have a Miz TV segment. I mean, for God's sake. Sheamus and Big Show had a debate. Now, I can see why WWE may have done this. They're trying to take this from the presidential elections and everything, but why are they starting off this potentially good feud with a freaking debate where you have Sheamus not taking the whole thing seriously and making fun of Big Show? And I give props to Big Show for calling out Sheamus on the fact that he was trying to be funny and wasn't taking it seriously, but they have a face-off and Big Show walks out, and I was just like, why?
The thing is, Big Show made the point that we don't need this because Big Show set the rules on how the match should go down when they face each other. But the only problem I had with this, or one of the biggest problems, is with debates like this, you normally have to be in a feud for a period of time before you have this, so you actually have a reason to talk against each other. And this really didn't feel like a debate. It just felt like them really trying to make this match kick off with a good start. And I really thought this was boring.
It just felt like a rather wrong way of bringing in something that is in the mainstream right now, which is the presidential election stuff, the Senate stuff. I don't know, this just really didn't work for me in my view. The fact that Sheamus was trying to be all funny and stuff, it just doesn't work in these debate segments. There's one thing about Sheamus' character which a lot of people really don't like, the fact that he just can't seem to take anything seriously right now.
No, and they got Booker T really trying to hype up by Twitter questions, tout and all this stuff, but it really didn't work. It hasn't really got me to want to see this match. They both had how the match is going to go down, but I just didn't really care.
In a rematch from SmackDown, we had Ryback versus Tensai. It got exactly the same time as SmackDown, only Ryback failed to hit his finisher twice and they had to go with the clothesline. Not a good segment here for Ryback.
No, this goes back to what I said about the big guys. This is the second match on Raw that the big guys did not look anywhere as good as they should have done. Tensai, yes, we know he's not going to go anywhere. Yes, we know he's Albert. But this match should have been a bit longer than what it was. And Tensai, like I said before, he's been looking like a threat against Cena and Punk. Now when he goes against wrestlers who are beneath Cena and CM Punk, his matches are incredibly short. And again, this not really made me want to see more from Ryback.
I guess that's really more to do with the demise of Tensai, really, more than anything else. But we'll move on. Eve Torres versus Beth Phoenix. Yeah, I mean, Beth Phoenix is on her way out. She does a job in 2.5 minutes to Eve Torres. Eve feints an eye injury to win. Do you have any idea who she's going to face at the next pay-per-view?
I think it's going to go back to Caitlyn. But with this match, I really was hoping, not for Beth to win, but she did look pretty good in this match. But the result, Beth Phoenix going from all the way up here, quickly down to Eve Torres' level.
And she's leaving. And I can't blame her for leaving one bit. The Divas division right now is pretty much dead. Especially with Kelly leaving now. Santino versus Heath Slater. I I got a question. Why are WWE making Heath Slater the leader of this faction?
Just because he's been a part of Wade Barrett, and Wade Barrett's a great leader, does not mean you can pass great leader skills down to someone like Heath Slater, who's not a leader at all.
Okay, so you have Santino about to win. So he's about to beat the leader of this fucking faction, and then the Encore beat him down 3-1. You know, I like the fact that they've got guys like Drew McIntyre, Jinder Mahal on TV, but for God's sake, why is Heath Slater the damn leader? Why is he the leader? Jinder Mahal and Drew McIntyre could be seen as leaders, especially Jinder Mahal, not Heath fucking Slater.
There were some people on Twitter who liked this little group here, but I don't think Drew McIntyre would ever be a part of this group. Jinder used to be someone who I saw as a heel that could have gone somewhere. Heath Slater, nothing. So this faction really doesn't work for me. And he calls himself the Chosen One still. Jinder calls himself something, and Heath Slater's rock band's trash that he goes on about. So this whole thing doesn't work for me. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. I think it's just to finally get them on TV in a negative way.
It's funny, when Drew McIntyre said that he was still the Chosen One, do you know what I did, NJ? I laughed. You're not the Chosen One, Drew McIntyre. Just give it up. Sheamus versus Damien Sandow was next. We had Cody Rhodes on commentary for a little bit of this match, and this match went way too long. I'm sorry, 15.5 minutes for this match. It went way too long. They made Damien Sandow look very good in this match, but at the end of the day, Sheamus takes Rhodes and Sandow out single-handedly and gets the clean victory over Damien Sandow. Despite the fact that Damien Sandow looked good, he takes out a tag team by himself. I mean, come on.
I think this match did go on too long. Take nothing away from Sandow, who could eventually be up in this place with Sheamus, but it went on too long for a guy who's climbing the ladder, and for Sheamus, who should be against main eventers, putting this kind of length match on against other main eventers. So this match, taking nothing away from Sandow, it just went on too long for us to believe as it being a main eventer versus an upgrowing star.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, they made a good job looking Sandow very good, and it made, the fact that it went so long made Sandow look very good. Are you surprised that they didn't have Big Show come out and maybe knock Sheamus out or something afterwards?
I think with Big Show's frustration, him being the heel, he should have came out and just didn't care what he does and just take Sheamus out. But instead of doing that, they just let Sheamus do what he does best, which is beat people single-handedly and just finish the matches his way.
And clean, essentially. Jim Ross Appreciation Night. Well, we had one segment for that. CM Punk comes out pretty much straight away, saying that we all shower JR with respect, but we don't really know what respect is. Jim Ross comes back saying that the only way CM Punk can prove he's the best in the world is if he beats John Cena at Hell in a Cell and accepts his challenge. So again, they're doing another segment with CM Punk in there with a Hall of Famer, and Punk gets some pretty decent heel heat as he tells JR to pretty much fuck off away from the commentary table. It's a good segment, I thought.
We have CM Punk still fighting against commentators. Okay, thanks for that, WWE, for keeping him in the line of commentary. Okay, but the thing about this is that Jim Ross, the way you have Appreciation Night is normally they're about to leave the WWE or something big's going to happen within their character. And he weren't. It was just him saying the WWE saying thanks to Jim Ross for all his hard work. And he went back to commentary for the rest of the night. So to be honest, this Appreciation Night, I don't know where it's going to go, what it was for, what's the point of it, apart from to give Punk heel heat, which he got, but again, I don't think it was the best way to give him heel heat.
No, I mean, I must admit, I did enjoy the interaction between CM Punk and Jim Ross. They allowed CM Punk a lot of good time on the mic. You then had Jim Ross walking out, and then all of a sudden Ryback comes out to kind of be Jim Ross's bodyguard, and CM Punk sort of walks off I'm not getting in this guy's face. He looks like a tough motherfucker.
No, Jim Ross doing what he did, I give him props for actually being the one to speak up to
the best in the
CM
world.
Punk, but at the same time, the Appreciation Night wasn't about Jim Ross, it was about CM Punk, okay. Ryback coming out, they're still teasing her possibly going into the main event area, but after his match tonight, I don't think he's ready because the WWE still can't book him well enough to go up there because his matches are pretty much still slow. Yeah,
and you've got to think that Ryback will probably replace John Cena in the main event. I don't have a problem with them teasing Ryback against CM Punk. Maybe a little bit too early, but we'll see what they do with it. It looks like they're going to have some more interaction at some point down the line because John Cena is injured. They need someone to replace him, and I think WWE is sitting there thinking, well, this is a nice time to try and test Ryback to see how the crowd responds to him. And they responded to him pretty well when he came out in this segment. So I'll go for this and see if it works.
Worth seeing, but all I can say is Ryback, he's not had proper strong feuds yet, so for him to have no proper feuds and go into a main event title match or title picture, I don't think he's ready for it. But if the WWE can make us believe in it being a good option, then go for it.
Well, you can bet your ass Vince will make us believe his boy. But anyway, we'll move on from that segment. Del Rio versus Kofi Kingston. With Ricardo Rodriguez on commentary. Did you care about this match?
Again, Kofi has put on good matches when he's away from the tag team match and he's doing more one-on-one match. But the fact he was going to get Del Rio, we knew the result. It was just a matter of time before it happened.
Who won? Because I think I didn't really pay much attention to this
the
match.
Block, Del Rio wins.
Armbreaker, Del Rio wins. Okay, do you really care about Del Rio right now at this point in the time?
Sadly, the fact that majority of his matches now have been against mid-carders, I think they're trying to hint that he's going to be eventually a top heel mid-carder.
Yeah, I think that's all they can really do with Del Rio now, make him a top heel, sort of upper mid-carder, I guess. But it'd be interesting to see where this feud with Randy Orton goes, I guess, with him filming the 12 rounds, something, whatever it is, I don't know. We'll move on to the main event of the evening, which is CM Punk and Dolph Ziggler versus Kane and Daniel Bryan. I will stand here and say this, I did not watch this main event because Raw was so boring to me, I fell asleep. So I'll leave you in the very capable hands of NJ, who I think saw it. Did you?
I did. This match, again, I didn't go into it. I didn't really care for it because it was Daniel Bryan and Kane going against two guys who are main eventers and have direction going into a later pay-per-view, just like the tag champs should. But this match went down. AJ became the special guest referee because of all of her involvement tonight, which was too much. Then we have Heyman helping Punk get to the rope, blah, blah, blah. And I thought, okay, that's what a manager should do, Vicky. And then you have AJ sent both managers backstage, only for Punk, who's our champion, to be like, no, my only hope of winning this match has left me. Then he turns around, gets drop kicked, chokes down 1, 2, 3, and the tag champs win. That match was just pure off. I just do not like that match at all, no.
You can see how much the WWE miss John Cena when they're doing main. I mean, CM Punk and Dolph Ziggler teaming up. I mean, really? You can kind of see, like, where the whole John Cena being off TV kind of really does hurt WWE in their main feud right now. And it really does show also how WWE really need to try and make some new stars. I will just say that. So the tag champs get the victory, am I right?
Yeah.
Okay, the tag champs get the victory. Yeah, that's all I'll say about that match. Your overall thoughts on this edition of Raw?
If I had to pick out a match that actually stood out to me, I think it would be the earlier matches with Damien Sandow and Sheamus. Nothing else really stood out as a match that did justice for the actual wrestlers. Yeah. Punk's still been the centre of attention. AJ's storyline seems to be almost overriding other storylines in this Raw.
Yeah, I know. I just did this Raw. It just got to the point really where I just couldn't watch it anymore. I mean, we had a decent show last week, in my opinion. I kind of knew deep down we weren't going to get two good shows in the row, but yeah, the Raw was just very lackluster, and it'd be interesting to see the rating with this coming out, especially with no Cena being on the show and CM Punk being the main focus. I really think it'll go as far to see how much of a draw CM Punk actually is in the main segments of the show. So I don't think this is a very good Raw. It's a very lackluster and not very entertaining. I mean, I was very bored throughout the show. A lot of pointless stuff, not much direction. Kind of seemed like they're on autopilot tonight, the WWE writers, to be honest with you. If you want to give us your thoughts on this Raw, leave them in the comment section below. I have been Mr. Parkin. This has been NJ, and you know what to do, NJ.
What's up? And now, people, let me say this, just because he made the lucky escape, Terminator NJ has made his first attack video on Off the Rope Show. We'll link to you in the description box below. Yeah. And from Mr. Parkin and me, NJ, thank you very much for watching this review. And make sure you check out his channel. And until next time, YouTubers.